All right, today we're diving into a system that's looking at LinkedIn pipeline orchestration in a whole new way. It's the Orelio AI Agent from RedHub AI. And really, it's all about a major shift in how sales teams can operate on the platform, moving away from all that guesswork and toward actual precision. Let's take a look at how it works. So, here's our game plan for this briefing. We're going to start with the big problem in LinkedIn automation today, then we'll get into the new philosophy Horlio is built on. After that, we'll walk through the intelligent workflow, piece by piece, connect all of that to real business ROI, and wrap up with the honest takeaway for any operator thinking about this. Okay, part one, the flaw in LinkedIn automation. To really get why this solution is such a big deal, we have to be super clear on the trap that most sales teams are stuck in right now. At its heart, it really boils down to two completely different workflows. The old way, it's all about volume and guesswork, just blasting out messages and hoping something sticks. The new model that Horlio is designed around is all about intent and timing. It's a huge shift from just asking how many to actually knowing who and when. And this really gets to the core of the issue, right? With all the traditional automation, you're just guessing. You're guessing who even cares about what you have to say. You're guessing when the right time to reach out is. And you're totally guessing what topic is actually top of mind for them. The result of all that guesswork? It's just noise. And worse, it actually damages your brand's reputation with every single irrelevant message you send. So, if that old model of high-volume, low-context outreach is broken, what's the alternative? What are you supposed to do instead? Well, that brings us right to part two, a new operating philosophy. The entire system, the whole thing, is built on this one powerful idea, social signals. We're talking about a like, a comment, a share. These are not just vanity metrics. They are digital proof that someone is actively engaged. This mindset completely transforms LinkedIn from being some static phone book of job titles into a live, breathing marketplace that's just buzzing with real-time intent. And this quote it absolutely nails the mindset shift here. It's not about shouting louder and louder into a void. It's about finding the conversations where people are already leaning in, signaling that they're ready to listen before you even say a word.
And this is the pivot. This is the whole game. It's about moving away from those old static filters like job title or company size. That's old news. The real advantage, the real edge, comes from targeting based on live behavioral data. What are your ideal customers actively talking about and engaging with right now?
Okay, so we've got the philosophy down. Now let's move into part three and see how this all comes together in an intelligent pipeline workflow. This is where the big idea becomes real, actionable process.
The workflow itself is this really clean, three-step orchestration. First, the AI agent detects those relevant social signals as they happen. Second, it scores each prospect's intent level. And third, and this is key, it warms up the engagement with actual valuable context before any kind of direct outreach even happens. So let's start with detection. The best way to think about this is like a radar. It is constantly scanning LinkedIn for engagement, likes, comments, shares on the important posts inside your specific niche. And then that activity gets instantly translated into a real-time list of potential leads. Now, once a signal gets detected, the agent's AI engine scores that prospect's intent based on their behavior, not just their static profile. The output is a super clear metric, a score out of 100. And what this does is empower your team to finally stop chasing all that low-intent noise and focus only on the A-tier prospects. And honestly, this is where the strategy just sets itself apart. Before any connection request, before any DM is ever sent, the AI does something called comment-first warming. It drops a thoughtful, relevant comment on a post the prospect just engaged with. Suddenly, your name is familiar. Your brand is associated with adding value, right from the very first touchpoint. Okay, so that's the workflow. But for any operator or executive watching, the real question is always about results, right? So let's get into part four and connect this process directly to pipeline ROI and, just as important, to risk management.
So this comment-first approach, it delivers three direct business impacts. Number one, it keeps your account safer because it's operating within normal engagement patterns. It protects your team's most valuable assets, their LinkedIn profiles. Two, it builds brand familiarity before you ever even land in their inbox, creating this subtle sense of recognition. And three, it positions your brand as someone who adds value, not just another person asking for a meeting. That changes the entire dynamic of the conversation.
You know, a really helpful way to think about Horlio in your tech stack is this. It's not just another campaign tool you have to manage. Think of it as an AI sales development representative that is living inside LinkedIn. It's designed to source high-intent leads, score their behavior, and start warm conversations, all at scale.
And finally, let's get to part 5, the operator's honest takeaway. This is about who this system is really for, and just as importantly, who it's not for. No hype.
This is so important, and it says a lot about their approach. The system is crystal clear about what it is and what it isn't. Horlio will not fix a broken offer. It won't fix a flawed go-to-market strategy. It's a powerful amplifier for a good strategy, not some magic bullet for a bad one.
So who is this for then? Well, this quote says it all. It's for operators who fundamentally believe that the best deals, the most valuable long-term relationships, they come from the warmest conversations, not from the highest volume of cold outreach. And that brings us to the final critical point here. The takeaway from this entire workflow is really just a simple question for any sales team out there. Your buyers, they are publicly leaving signals of their intent every single day on LinkedIn. The only question is, are you listening?